Hey guys, welcome to the last week of distance learning. We've been working on linear systems already, in the last section that I want to go through this year, it also deals with solving linear systems. It's another way that we can do this, and it's one that I know you'll see again in high school, so I think it'd be good to introduce it to you now. We'll cover some of the basics of it. We've just recently been doing graphing to solve systems. Okay, get two equations just like we have down here. And one way to solve the system, to find the one solution that works for both equations, is to graph it and look for where the two lines intersect. So we've just been doing that. We've just come off of that section. Okay, I'm skipping over 7.2 substitution. You'll learn that one in the future, but instead I want to jump to elimination because I think that's the other one that you'll probably use the most often as you go through high school, and I want to show it to you now. In elimination, we literally, like the word says, try to eliminate one of the variables by adding or subtracting the two equations together. And when we do this, hopefully it'll eliminate a variable, and I'll be able to solve for the remaining one. It's almost going to look like an old school addition or subtraction problem. I'm going to draw a line underneath, and I'm either going to add or subtract these two equations together, and hopefully it'll eliminate one variable. Okay. Now, a couple things that we'll work on today that you need to be able to have to use elimination. Just like with graphing, how we need to have equations in slope-intercept form, right? Okay. Same idea there. Well, with elimination and with substitution when you learn it, but with elimination you need to have the equations set up a certain way. And down here at the bottom it kind of says those two things. There's two conditions that need to be met. You have to have all the variables, constants, and equal signs lined up first of all, and we'll concentrate on that one more today. And you also have to be able to have in the system a variable you can eliminate by adding or subtracting the two equations together. Okay, so again, this week we'll work on these kind of basics to it. So take a look at the system we've got up here. Okay, right now I have the x's lined up, the y's lined up, the equal sign lined up, and the constants lined up. Everything is on top of itself. So yes, I will be able to eliminate with this system. At least everything's set up to eliminate. Some of the problems today will even ask you, are these problems set up right? And can you eliminate with it? So one thing you have to look for first is this. Otherwise, you'll have to rearrange them and do that. Then after that, now I'm just going to decide, again, like an old school addition problem, will I add or subtract to eliminate one of the variables? And when you look at the system, it looks like in this case 2x and negative 2x. I can add those together, right? Just like when we sometimes add or subtract variables to both sides and cancel them out. Well, same thing here. If I add, these two are going to cancel out, just like with other equations. So in this case, my decision for this one is to add. Okay, and that's your one big decision when you're doing these systems. Okay, with elimination. Well, look what happens with the rest of the system now. Now I'm going to add together these like terms, the 3y and the 5y, and that gives me 8y. And I bring my equal sign straight down. 11 plus 13, I add the constants together, I get 24. And take a look at that last equation. I bet you can solve that now. Okay, we've done a bunch of those this year. Divide both sides by 8. Y is equal to 3. So now I've got, just like with graphing, right? Graphing, usually we found like an ordered pair up here for the solution, correct? Where they cross. Well, same idea here. What you've now found is the y coordinate. Since this was y, since I solved for y, this is the y coordinate of the ordered pair. My answer is something 3. And so you're halfway to your answer and really over halfway done with the problem. Now all you have to do is take the y coordinate 3 and plug it back into one of the equations. And it really doesn't matter which one. You can plug it into the top one or you can plug it into the bottom one. But you'll substitute it back in, and then you'll try to find out what x is. Okay, let me take that over here just where I have a little more space. So I'm going to plug it in over to the top one. I'm going to take this equation and plug in, what was it, 3 for y. So when I do that, I'm going to write it from left to right what I've got. 2x plus, well, 3 times, and then there I'm plugging in 3 for y. So this is just going to be 9. I'm going to jump ahead and just put 3 times 3 is 9. Equals 11. And now I've just got to keep solving and find out what x is. Well, I subtract 9 from both sides. I get 2x is equal to 2. Divide both sides by 2, and x is going to be equal to 1. So my solution for this one is 1, 3. That's the solution that works to both equations. Okay, I'm going to do another system now too. Again, just demonstrating a few of these examples. That's all the rest of the lesson is here. Again, we did graphing. We're skipping substitution. We're doing elimination. Do I have, when you check an elimination, first thing you had to ask yourself, are all the variables lined up? And yep, I have the x's lined up, I have the y's lined up, I have the equal sign lined up, and the constants lined up. So everything is lined up the way I want it to be. Okay, so that's good. So now I got to determine, okay, now I draw my line underneath, and I'd say, do I need to add these two equations together, or subtract? Take a look, for example. I'm going to do the wrong thing here, okay? This is wrong, okay? But in this one, if I said I had to add to eliminate, well, if I add them, I get 9x plus 6y equals 0, okay? Did I eliminate either of the variables? No, I still have x and I still have y in the problem. The idea with elimination is you eliminate, as it says up here, elimination, eliminate one of the variables, because then I'll be able to figure out the other one. So I'm going to backtrack here, and obviously what I did the wrong thing, as I said, was adding, so I need to subtract in this system. I'm going to subtract the top equation from the bottom equation, okay? Now what I recommend when you do subtraction, and we've done things like this before too this year, it's actually, it works a lot better, is just chop dashing everything in the other equation. So really I am going to add, but I'm just going to change all the signs of this one. Both those become negative, and this one becomes positive. It's a little easier for our brain to add things together than it is to subtract. So you can determine, yep, I'm going to subtract, but really what you're going to do is chop dash everything. Okay? Now I'm adding 4x plus negative 5x. Well, that gives me negative 1x. 3y and negative 3y, when I'm adding those two together, they cancel, which is what I wanted them to eliminate. There's my equal sign. And now I've got 2 plus 2, which gives me 4. Okay? My last part of this first equation, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1, so I can get x equals negative 4. So again, I've got half my answer. I'm really probably over halfway done with the problem. I just got to take that negative 4. And in this case, remember, this is an x and this is a y. So I'm going to plug that back in for x. Okay? I'm going to kind of erase some of that top equation so that I can see what I'm doing. Remember, it wouldn't matter which equation you put it back into, but in this case, I'm going to put it into the top one. Negative 4 times 4 gives me negative 16 plus 3y equals 2. Okay, I would add 16 to both sides to keep solving this one. So 3y equals 18. Divide both sides by 3. And I'm going to get x equals 6. So my answer is negative 4, 6. Okay, again, here's another system. And again, biggest things you got to ask yourself for today, first of all, is everything lined up? If everything is lined up, you can go ahead and eliminate. And yep, I see the x's, the y's, the equal signs, and the constants are all lined up. So I can go right into elimination here. Now I just got to make a big decision. Am I going to add or subtract in this system? And what will cancel out? And I can see the 7x's here. If I subtracted, 7x minus 7x will cancel out for me, okay? And again, you can do that, but with all the negatives involved, as I'm telling you too, instead what you should do, yep, you've made your decision, I'm going to subtract, but what's still easier is add, and now just change all the signs, okay? That works way easier for the signs and how they work, especially like this one where you had negative 2y minus negative 3y, it would have been just messier. Change it to addition. If you determine you're going to subtract, good. Okay, you made the right decision for this one, but now change it to addition and just chop dash and change all the signs, okay? 7y plus negative 7y cancels out. This was, okay, I changed that into a positive 3y. It's negative 2y plus 3y gives me just regular 1y. And 5 plus negative 4 gives me 1. So now I've found out that the solution is something 1, okay? I'm going to take that 1 and plug it back into the top equation for y, because again, what I've found is y here, right? So I'm going to plug that back in right here. 7x minus 2 times 1 is just 2 equals 5. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. I'll have 7x equals 7. And so x also equals 1 for this one. So this one has to be 1, 1. Okay? Now, finally getting to the first problem here where I don't have everything lined up. So I got a little issue here. Okay? Take a look. I've got x and y on top of each other, and y and x, and the equal signs are not lined up. I've got kind of an issue. All right? What I like to try to do in these problems is look and see if I have an equation, and there are many different ways to do them, but take a look at this equation. The top one, I've got x and y on the same side. I like to get it to that form. That's the way we've seen it in all the other three problems. It's nice to have x and y on the same side and the constant on the other side of the equal sign. Okay? So if I can make the bottom equation do that too, that's what I'm going to try to do. And in this case, I see y's over here, and so I'm going to minus the 4x to move it to the left side. Okay? When I do that, I'm going to write my new equation off to the left. So now I have negative 4x plus 5y, because it was positive over there, plus 5y equals 6. Okay, and then the top equation is just going to stay the same, but I'm going to keep it in that order, 2x. So I'm just going to bring this over here too, but not change it. 2x plus 5y plus 5y equals 12. Okay, now I've got everything lined up, and I see, yep, I got x's, y's, equal signs, constants, yep, everything's lined up nicely, and I see that, yes, I will be able to cancel out the y's. I got 5y and 5y, okay, and they're both positive, so how am I going to be able to cancel it? Well, I am going to subtract, making my big decision here. I'm going to subtract these two equations, and when you subtract, helpful hint, I would just add and change all the signs of the second equation. Okay, makes things a lot easier. I've got my 5y and negative 5y, they're going to cancel. Now I've just got 2x plus 4x. That's much easier than 2 minus negative 4, right? So 2 plus 4, that's all addition now, gives me 6x. And 12 plus negative 6 gives me 6 as well. Divide both sides by 6. X is going to equal, x is going to equal 1. X is equal 1. So it's 1 something. And now I've got to take that 1 and plug it back in and find out what the y coordinate is. I'll plug it back into that top equation just because, again, I always seem to pick the top one. It doesn't matter, though. I could totally pick the bottom one, too. When I plug it back in, I get 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 5y equals 12. I'll subtract the 2 over to both sides. Subtract the 2 from both sides, move it over to the right side. I get 5y is equal to 10. And divide both sides by 5, so y equals to 2. So the solution for this one is 1, 2. Okay? You guys are going to have that help video also for the worksheet today. So if you still need help, definitely reach out. Let me know. Email, Zoom. But try out this first day of using elimination method. I know you'll use a lot in the future. Good luck.